Of what Manchester City had done? Do you keep them away from that? What happens?
We were away because obviously it's a huge game, and we all wanted to watch parts of it. But when we got here, it was just focus on what we can do. We can only control what we can do, and let's be the best that we can be, and that's it.
Always in my career, I have this bad period, but I'm here to learn and to fix it, you know. But I'm more important with the 3 points than the goals, you know. So, yeah, congrats for the team.
I'm so happy for him because he's worked so hard with the support and help of the staff throughout the last 5 months, I would say, and today he got rewarded for that. So, very pleased for him.
Obviously, massive respect for Leeds and what happened there, and it was an unbelievable time for me. So, you know, just helping Arsenal now, and that's the most important.
Nobody have any doubt about the commitment, the desire of my players, you know. They show in all the different performance, and we'll do it in the next game again, and I think we'll be with a better result.
That's 100 victories as Arsenal manager for you in all competitions. Well done.
Thank you very much. I didn't know, but it's a beautiful number, and let's go for the next one.
Look at this for the run they're on since that defeat to Manchester City in mid-February. 7 wins on the spin. Alan, in all but one of those games, they've scored at least 3. And until today, they've done all of that without their number 9.
Yeah, they've got to say Leeds made it really difficult for them in the first half an hour. They had to work really hard. But once they got that goal, then I thought there was only going to be one winner. 11 games without a goal prior to the World Cup, Jesus. But he's back. They've had to be patient with him with the injury, and that certainly worked because he looked very sharp today. Perhaps should have scored his hat-trick because this was a good chance that he could have put in the back of the net. He gets himself in between the 2 defenders there. Just doesn't quite get over it there enough, but it's a good ball in. But it should have been in the back of the net. He did really well here. He could have gone down in the first challenge, Christensen. He actually connects with him, but he stays up. But then when you see it from the other angle here, look, he does clip him there, but he stays on his feet. But this time, I mean, I don't know what Luke Ealing's doing. It's a stupid challenge there. He actually kicks him in the knee. So, yeah, absolutely the right decision. And he gets up and he has the confidence, stick it straight down the middle. Thank you. Great confidence. But the way he gives and goes here, gives it into Trossard. Clever signing, Trossard. 7 assists already. Only been there since January. He gives and goes, gets on the end of it and gets his second goal. Yeah, so Arsenal looking good. I was at that game when they played Man City and were beating it home, and I thought, there's a big test for them here. They're passing with flying colours at the minute.
You've both been in title run-ins. When you look at the run-ins for both clubs, it's the number of games that Manchester City have, and there'll be more, obviously, if they get past Bayern Munich, and they've got the FA Cup semi-final. The interesting thing is actually Arsenal have 3 league games and City 2 before they meet again, Micah. So it could be 11 points when they meet.
It could, but I think with City, with the size of their squad, the quality they have, they've got enough to deal with them games. But I just think it's going to go all the way to the end. I think Arsenal are a different breed now. I think they know how to win. Like Alan said, when they played each other and City won, we thought they'd be over, but they clawed their way back, and that's what good teams do.
You can make an argument for either of them, can't you? Big games keep coming, players relish it. Oh, 1 game a week, well, there's time to rest and prepare. You can make an argument for either.
And Mike is right in terms of what he says about the squad. Man City have got the biggest squad, and we keep saying, well, if Arsenal have they had Saka didn't play today, Saliba hasn't played today, and they keep asking those questions and keep getting through those games and winning games. So, yeah, it's going to be an exciting run-in.
Right, Brighton and Brentford remain firmly in the hunt for European football next season. They met at the Amex.
Trossard involved in Jesus' second goal. Nice interplay with those 2 players there. How important has Trossard's signing been?
Very, very important. I think he's Premier League ready. He's a player that could straight away do the job for Arsenal, and I think it's a very, very intelligent signing. There were talks that they might go for other type of players, maybe unproven in the Prem, but they went for Trossard, the player that's been there and has done it, and has fitted in perfectly at Arsenal from the very first game.
As the Arsenal man here, when you look at January signings Arsenal have made in the past, where does he rank amongst the best? Because top of my mind, Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang came in a January transfer window. I think Andre Arshavin came in a January transfer window. We all know Trossard came in January. Is he right up there? Because if they win the title, he's had a huge say in this. Massive.
Yeah, I wouldn't only mention him. I think the type of signing and the moment that Arsenal are in, it was very important to bring players in that didn't need time to adapt, but that could fit into this team straight away. And we saw that. We saw that with Trossard. We saw that with Jorginho, who has played in and can play into that holding midfield type. And I think Arsenal have been very smart in the players that they've.
Confident in his own ability and his own decision making, that even if he makes what is deemed to be possibly a mistake, and that's what we're suggesting, did Guardiola make a mistake in letting Zinchenko and Jesus go to Arsenal? He will believe that he can rectify that mistake, if indeed that's what it is.
Or maybe everybody can be happy. Arsenal win the Premier League and City win the Champions League. There you go.
Everybody happy, did you say?
Well, not for you, Gary.
No.
Not if you're a Spurs supporter. Anyway, why don't we go back once more to the stadium, to North London, to the Emirates, this time to hear from the manager of Arsenal Football Club. Here's Mikel Arteta.
Well, Mikel, congratulations on a 7th straight victory. How do you sum this one up?
Very happy because we had quite a few things going on in the last few days, and the team responded really well to all of them. So, tricky game, tricky opponent, but overall I think we deserve to win the game, and really happy to carry on with the win.
You say there, tricky game, tricky opponent. They certainly made things hard in the opening stages, didn't they, Leeds?
Yeah, they do, and they play with a lot of organisation and desire. We talked about it. We have to be patient. We had a couple of moments that we lost the ball in dangerous areas, and they put 4 players with a lot of pace to explore the spaces. And after I think we got set. We were really efficient in both boxes, I think, and really happy.
Some relief then when the referee did point to the spot and Gabriel Jesus. It was almost a perfect return to the starting lineup for him.
Yeah, so happy for him, and everybody that contributed to have him in the state that he is at the moment, because he put so much work on it. He brings that quality, that unpredictability to the squad. The action that he just does is incredible.
Second half, you then take it to 2-3-0. We've seen the frustration from Aaron Ramsdale when he doesn't keep a clean sheet. Is that something you share as well?
Absolutely, and that's the standards that we have to set ourselves, because we have to defend that ball better, and the goal difference is important, and today we should have a better goal difference.
Yeah, with the standards that you're setting, equally, this is your 5th straight game in a row. You've scored more than 3 goals. You can tell from your reaction with that 4th, it means a lot to you, doesn't you?
It does, because we have to demand ourselves more, and especially we have periods in the second half that we should have done the simple things much better and go for the 4th, the 5th goal if we could. And with all respect to Leeds, we wanted to do that, and we could have done better.
That hunger then, no coincidence, 5th game in a row that you've scored more than 3 goals. That is a real message to your players, is it, game in, game out?
It is, and everybody has to contribute to those goals, and today was a good example as well of that. The goal that Granit scored arriving in the box, terrific, and we need to continue. We need goals.
Well, today you have surpassed 70 points, more than your total for the entirety of last season. What does that say about this team?
Well, that we've been really, really consistent throughout the season, and the most important thing is, again, tomorrow, and improve and do things better than we've done today in many areas that we can still do, and that's the positive thing about it.
Just finally, at the start of talking to you just now, you did say about your players having to block out a number of things. I suppose one of those would have been City playing a bit earlier. How pleased are you with the way that they have managed to cope with that and extend it to 8 points once more?
Yeah, well, we cannot control that, and we know that they are capable of doing that. So we need to focus on what we can control, what we can do, and play as well as we can to keep winning games.
OK, well, thanks for your time. Well done today.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Many thanks there to Mikel Arteta. He's got
his leg there. OK, three out of 3, is it, you think, as well?
Yeah, he plays for it. He definitely plays for it. It's certainly not enough to knock him off his feet and send him down, but he catches him high. It's a clumsy challenge. I think it's a pen.
Now, you noticed something very clever from Arsenal. Bukayo Saka's obviously the Arsenal penalty taker. Ødegaard had the ball, and then Jesus took it.
Yeah, I've been noticing this a lot among a few clubs where the player that isn't taking it will take it and take the banter from the other teams and stare the keeper out, and then they normally hand it over to who is actually going to take the penalty, just to stay away from all that and keep his head focused on it. But I thought Jesus there was a little bit lucky with that finish for the keeper, to be honest.
Do you think it's too close?
Yeah, I think it was very close.
And low?
Yeah.
It's still in a goal, though.
Yeah, he's going to say that.
That's your fault for the penalties in the back garden. What's going on? At 0-0, Leeds had a very fast start right from the kickoff, actually.
Yeah, well, Arsenal have been caught on in starts, and it seems something that I think people have maybe noticed, that they're maybe not switched on. But this was a really, really good effort. You know, it's a good save. You'd expect them to make that save, but it was a very good start from Leeds, and I thought they started very well. You know, once they got into this kind of area, like, you see him doing great stuff here, Somerville, and he's got to do better with that. He's got to start that outside the post and whip it in. It's made it very easy for the goalkeeper to save it. And again, you know, you look at this situation here, and once it does go into the box, you know, it's a good save. You know, it's a very, very good save there, but he didn't. The angle was too tight for him. But like, Arsenal started very slowly. I thought they passed very slowly. And I think they're very fortunate to get in front with that penalty. It's a poor penalty for Leeds to give away.
OK, Arsenal in front. The rest of the games then to the Amex. Two teams having a terrific season. 7th against Leeds. Jesus fouled. Jesus converted. His first goal since October the 1st in an Arsenal shirt. And the leaders have the advantage at half-time.
Results you would have wanted today, but what did you make of that performance out there?
I think we competed well the first half. We started well from the first moment, trying to score in the first play. We created some chances in the first half. In my opinion, was more competed that period. In the second half, after conceding the second goal in an early goal, it was difficult for us, tough for us to manage the second 45 minutes.
Yeah, how frustrating was it to not get the goals when the game plan, it was effective from the word go?
Yeah, I think the plan was good. We tried to be compact in the middle, to try to close the spaces for them. I think we were doing well until the penalty. The penalty opened the game. We keep doing the same, trying to create chances. We did it as well. We were effective in the chances we had, and in the second half everything changed in the first minute.
The penalty did seem to be quite a pivotal moment. You felt the atmosphere changed. What were your thoughts? What was going through your head?
My opinion about the penalty, I have doubts about it. Maybe it's penalty, but again, it's very, very soft. This penalty changed the game, and after, as I told you before, I think we keep competing well with some chances that we didn't took them, and after the second was more difficult for us.
Yeah, to then go 2 and then 3 down. What did you make of your team's response then? Because you talked pre-match about wanting to see bravery. Do you feel you saw that a little bit in the second half with the goal pulled back?
Yeah, it's not easy. My players tried, but the game changed and it was difficult for us. I don't have any doubt about my players. I know we are going to compete in a best way the next game, and now we don't have time to complain. We have to prepare the game because in 3 days we are playing another game. A very busy month of April with 7 games in this month, and we don't have time to complain.
It's a big month, it's a big week, as you've said there. After today, where would you say you're at as a side, with injuries in mind as well?
No, in my mind there are no injuries. There are players available, the players I have, and in this moment I'm focused on the next, trying to prepare as better as possible that game, knowing it's very important. In this case, playing at home with the support unconditional of our fans, and is what I can say. It's our moment. Next game, I'm focused on that.
Okay, well, commiserations today. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Thanks.